So today what I want to talk to you about is something that I know holds a lot of people back from making decisions, from taking action, from trying something new, or for doing something again that didn't work the first time. And it's fear of failure. So let's start out by asking the question, is there something I'm not doing that I'm holding myself back on because I'm afraid to fail? What is that thing, either in your business or in your personal life, that you absolutely know that the only thing stopping you from taking action or being consistent is you're afraid that you might not get it right, you might fail? Here's what I want you to consider. Okay, we're going to go on a rampage here. Thomas and Edison changed the world by making mistakes. He reported actually failing 3,000 times before actually inventing the electric light bulb. Henry Ford went bankrupt before Ford Motor Company ever became a success. Jeff Bezos, right, Amazon offshoot, he had Z shops. It failed miserably. Larry Ellison struggled for years. He's the owner of Oracle, and was on the verge of bankruptcy and mortgaging everything before his company took off. Fred Smith failed in business, which he's now the owner of FedEx. Colonel Sanders had to reinvent himself many times, was broke at age 65 before KFC ever succeeded. So I'm sharing that with you because so often people believe that if they're failing at something or if they've had a failure, then they are a failure. And it's not the truth. And just imagine how different the world will be today if any of those people that I just listed gave up after their failures, after their first failure, after their second failure, some of them after dozens of failures. Rich dad, poor dad community, same thing. Think and Grow Rich. Any of your greats, anybody that you even follow now in modern day times, we have all failed. They have all failed. The bigger their successes, the more failures they've had along the way. So, this message is for those of you who are playing it safe, trying to stay comfortable, trying not to invest money, trying to keep everything tight, controlled, because you're afraid to be uncomfortable, you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to look bad in front of people failing. If that is the mindset that you're operating under, then do not expect success in your life. It's that plain and simple. And this is a group for entrepreneurs. If you are not failing in your attempts in things that you're doing in your business, then you're not trying enough things. You're not thinking big enough. You don't have a big vision. You're just reacting to things, or you've got really small goals. One of the things that I'm known for teaching is teaching people how to be vision driven, how to be driven by a very clear vision and a very strong why for what they want in their life versus just small goals. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Isidro. Thank you for being here live. So think in your own life right now. What have you been holding back on? And be honest with yourself. Let me know in the comments. Is it because you're afraid to fail? What do you think failing says about you, right? Because I guarantee you it's something that you've made up in your own mind. We always get in our own way by not going all the way. And we're often not going all the way because we don't want to fail. So, what I'm saying to you is be open to failing, look forward to failing, expect to fail. Expect to fail. My current coach, Brendan Burchard, is talking about something that he's launching coming up and how it's failed a dozen times before he got to this point. But he didn't give up. Now he's going to have something very successful coming out. It's the same in all of our businesses, no matter how small, right? No matter how small. So for you, you might just need to get started, right? Like maybe you haven't started and it's just a thought in your mind right now. Maybe you need to invest. You haven't hired a coach. You haven't, put money into your company. What is it for you that you've been holding back on? I know for me personally in the past, I was nervous to invest a lot of cash up front in ads, right? And why? I was afraid that I was going to lose money. Guess what? I finally had to realize, yeah, I might lose money, but I'm also going to learn a lot. And I'm also telling the universe and God that I believe in myself, I believe in my vision. I'm 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 out there trying to help other people. I can't do that by playing small and not investing, because the more people you want to reach, the more money you actually have to invest in your company, right? Your leadership has to keep growing. Your marketing has to grow, expand. And so I said, wait, I've also got a lot to gain. Yes, I'll learn stuff. I'll reach more people, even if they don't buy. And I might actually have people buy. And guess what? It worked. But you don't know that if you let your fears stop you. It's okay to have fears, but how do you handle your fears? So all of these people I listed who are truly successful, your Oprahs, your uh, Michael Jordans, all of the greats in sports, in entertainment, people that you look up to, Tony Robbins, they've all had numerous failures, probably more failures than successes. The one thing I love about being an athlete, a competitive pro athlete, is we lose more times than we win. We lose more times than we win. So do Super Bowl teams, right? So do NBA champions. They lose more times than they win. So when you can change the way you think about winning and losing, then you really put yourself in the driver's seat of your life. Because winning is a state of mind. You win every time you learn something. You win every time you pick yourself back up. You win every time you take a chance, every time you take a stand for what you believe in. You win every time you go out there and help someone. You win every time that you take action, even when you're afraid. You win every time that you learn from the mistake. You win every time you keep going. And if you can look at failing as a part of the journey and begin to fail forward and even begin to say, hey, I'm going to do like 5 risky things this year in my business. And if I can succeed at one of those 5, then it will have been worth it. When you can start approaching your business and your life like that, trust me, that is where success is. That's where longevity, staying power, abundance, wealth, influence, and leadership, that's where you get it. You don't get influence, you don't influence others, you don't inspire others, you don't lead others, you don't move other people into action to buy something, to coach with you, or to do anything if you're not actually living your life that way. If you're letting fear hold you back and you want to be a leader, a coach, a mentor, a game changer, then you're going to have to change the way you're thinking about losing and failing.